Hello guys, welcome back to GQ Auto Diagnostics and Repair, where my job is to save you money. This morning I'm working on a 2010 Chevy Transverse. Oh my goodness, early. I haven't got my coffee just yet. Give me a second. Okay, time for a coffee. Cheers. Alright, Transverse LT 6-cylinder automatic all-wheel drive, 3.6 liter engine, and the engine have a noise. That's the reason the customer brought the vehicle to me, because it's a weird noise coming from the engine when it's running. Alright, so we're gonna show you how to do it, how to troubleshoot that, so you guys can fix your own issues, your own problems. Alright, so I'm gonna locate the camera, I'm gonna position it so I can show you better. I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm back already. So when you have an engine noise, okay, and you don't know what it is, first of all, make sure you got the proper amount of oil level. The oil is correct. Number two, look for obvious signs or normal wear and tear. Okay, take a visual inspection. Belt seems to be in the correct place. Yes. Is nothing color unusual? No. Alright, so in that case, what we need to do, we're going to remove the belt, so that way we can start with elimination process. So we're going to remove the belt. We can start, or you can start the engine and see if the noise is gone. If it's gone, that means it's somewhere around the pulleys. Okay, and again, I'm going to address this issue the best I can, so just be patient. Okay, troubleshooting is what it takes. It takes time, it takes patience, it takes creativity sometimes. So if you are a very impatient person and you want the answer right away, guess what? You're not going to learn anything. Stick to the video, watch it to the end, so you can learn how to. So okay, so right there, that's the belt tensioner. Okay, and you can put a 1/2 inch ratchet or breaker bar or whatever you have to remove the belt. Now the ratchet is gonna go towards the left, towards the back of the vehicle. Okay, again, I'm waiting for my new light for this thing, so that way I can show you better angles. But anyhow, let's do the best what we can with what we have. So you move it, and the belt, oh my goodness, it's very poor lighting. Anyhow, you're gonna see the belt right here on the bottom. See, there you go. Okay, very good. I'm gonna place the camera down so I can show you as much as I can, and you can see it, and trying to teach you as much as I can. All right. Okay, so you go like that and you pull it. Okay, before you continue, make sure you make a diagram of the belt, how the belt is going to go, in case you don't have it, it's not on the car or nothing like that. Make sure you make a mental note, a picture, whatever it takes for you to remember. Very, very important. Okay, so that's what you need to do. So now the next step, obviously, is to remove the belt. I'm going to need 2 hands. Okay, or just stop talking and just work. Sometimes that just helps. Okay, fantastic. Belt's off. The next thing that we need to do we are going to spin. This is the bearing of the pulley for the tensioner. Spin it. No noise. The idle pulley, where it's not tension or anything, just fixed to the engine. Nothing. The AC pulley, nothing. Obviously that's going to be the water pump on this vehicle. Nothing. There's no play whatsoever. That is going to be your power steering pump. Nothing. The last thing is going to be the alternator. Let's see if I can show you the alternator. It's right there. Okay, so you're gonna pull it up. Okay. The alternator pulley is no good. That's what is making the noise. The center is bad, so it's crack open, or like it's broke, and you can move it up and down. Now, I don't know if you can see it on the video, but you can see like a little bit of rust on the pulley. So that's a sign that it's kind of metal to metal. So we're going to remove the alternator and we're going to show you. Alright guys, if you like the video so far, if you find any value at this moment, please give it a like, comment, subscribe to the channel. That will really keep me motivated to continue creating these videos for you. Alright, thank you very much. Alright, so the next thing that we're going to need is going to be a 15mm. We have to remove that bolt, what is holding that idle pulley, because that is part of the bolt hold the alternator, the bottom of the alternator. So I will bring the tools. Alright guys, so before we continue removing the alternator, because the alternator have to come from the top, okay? Now we need to go inside the vehicle and disconnect the battery. Okay, this is very important. So that way the positive battery cable or the wire, it doesn't hit any ground and ended up damaging something. So here on the passenger side, you're going to remove that part, slide the seat back in case you don't know how to do it. So you pull here and slide it back and forth. Now this part, we're going to pull up, move it. Now here, let me place the camera, different angle. Goes here, we remove this part and expose the battery. Very simple procedure. The only thing you have to remove is loosen up this 10mm here. Okay, you should wiggle it. And power's out. All right, so that's how we do it. Now we're gonna keep it like that. Now we can continue working on the vehicle, and that is, we can be safe. All right, next thing, right here. Okay, obviously I have the vehicle up, so I need to be able to reach. So I'm gonna use this stepper here. A couple things that we need. We need to remove 3 bolts. Okay, they're 10mm here each. 2 bolts, 3 bolts, 1, 2, 3, so you can move your high pressure hose or discharge hose, whatever you want to call it, or liquid line, whatever it is. Anyhow, this. You want to put it on the side. You don't need to disconnect it. You can if you want to, you don't need to. Now we need some light. Now the alternator's placed right there. Okay, right there. So I believe it's either 13 or 14mm nuts right there. We gotta remove those and the cable, the positive cable for the alternator. Let me go get all the stuff that I need and I'll continue the video. Alright guys, so for some reason this alternator, I don't know if somebody was there before, I have two different nuts. One is going to be a 15mm, the other one is going to be a 13mm. So the one towards the fender is a 15mm, at least in this case. Alright, so just let you know on that part. Move my hand there, it's easy this way. That's it, one. The other one is a 13mm. You can just anyhow, okay, so let me pause the video and remove that. I don't think you guys need me to show you how to do it. It's pretty easy, straightforward. All right guys, so already remove the bolt. The one on the right was this is a different bolt. Somebody replaced that one with this, which is no big deal. That will explain why the thread is different. The next step, it is going to remove the battery positive cable, which is this one right here. The only thing you have to do is just slide this cover up if yours still have it, and a 13mm wrench, break it loose, remove the nut, and that's it. Okay, so that's why it's so simple. I didn't show how to do it. Now, however, here, to be able to remove the alternator, now we don't have enough space to line the alternator all the way here to the front of the vehicle so we can pull it up, right? So we need to remove the second bolt. Okay, the bolt, that one right there, it has I believe it is a 7mm 6-point head. So with that, make sure you use a 6mm. I'm sorry, 7mm, 7. It goes like that. All right, so that way you can use a ratchet and break it loose, remove the whole thing, so that will give you enough room to pull the alternator up. But before we do that, we're gonna put the 15mm nut back in, and we're gonna tighten it so we can go underneath the vehicle and remove the last bolt that I want to talk to you guys early. That is come with the, what do you call that thing, the idle pulley. Okay, you want to do that first, because if you don't, now that the alternator is loose on the top, all the weight of the alternator is going to be down on that bolt, and it's going to make you have very limited room. So if you have too much weight on it and not enough room, you cannot bring the alternator up to remove that extra weight from the bolt, and you can easily remove it. But if you keep it tight on top, this one should be okay. All right, so just let's go and do that. I will show you how I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna have to pause the video for a little bit while I'm doing it. I'm gonna place the light so you guys can see it easier what I'm doing. So there is the thing, you guys can see better. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use a 15mm, okay, long, with a head ratchet there, and you use whatever you can, whatever you have, that's what you use. Okay, If you don't have one of this, well, nothing I can do about it. But that's all what you have to do right there. Okay, seems to be loose enough so I can reach and remove it. Yeah, it is. I think so far. Guys, if you find any value in this video at this moment, please take a second, like the video, leave a comment, leave your questions, and the most important, please help me out, subscribe to the channel. Doesn't cost you anything and help me tremendously. All right, please do that, and I will be very, I will appreciate it. Thank you so much. And don't forget, hit that notification bell too, so you can be notified every single time that I upload a new video, so you can always be, you can know when we post in a video. This is weird. Usually that comes out. This is not the first, this is the third time actually that I do this. The first time I put an alternator on it, and the new alternator that was remanufactured and did not work, so I have to redo it again and put a new one. So remember, if you're doing this, don't use remains. Sometimes they don't work and you have to do it twice, and it sucks. All right, okay, it's all the way out. So what we're gonna do now, we are going to go up, remove that nut again, so we can just remove the whole thing. Even though when this fall down, it should be able to give us enough clearance to remove it, remove the bolt. No big deal. Oh. All right, here we go again. $15mm. I'm gonna change the lighting. Hopefully you guys can see better. This is what I'm gonna use. Okay, flex, so give me enough room to put it right there and remove it. Okay, let me pause the video and I will continue. All right guys, so this is the last bolt that I'm removing. Okay, now very important, when you're removing this, you're almost out, make sure you grab the alternator and hold it up, so that way the weight of the alternator don't tilt it and start damaging the thread. Okay, remember that, very easy. Next, here it's going to be another connector going to the alternator. This one is very easy to remove. It's this one right here. Okay, so you just squeeze, wiggle, and pull. That's it, done. Okay, now the alternator is like, instead of being like this, it's this way. So now we can reach and remove that bolt on the bottom. Let's see if I can do it from here. There you go. See? Done. Okay. All right, the moment of truth. Moment of truth. Sorry if my shoulder is on the way. Remove the dipstick. This thing is kind of heavy, man. You saw it. It's alive. See how this thing move? This is the pulley is not good. Alright. That's what it causing the noise. Okay. There you have it, guys. That's how you remove the alternator. Now it's about you put it in back, reverse order. It's a tight fit, but it's doable. Okay, you can do it. Be patient. Follow the instructions, and you can fix your own alternator. Replace it and learn. Now you know how to troubleshoot some engine noise when it's not coming from the engine, from the exterior. Alright, so like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment, and share the video. Again, I will get the alternator and I will do my best to shoot the next part. If not, just put it on the reverse order. Okay, it's that simple. Take your time, do your best.